Hey, what's up, everybody? Today I've got another Delta Lab, and this is the Effectron III ADM 1030, and it's got a maximum of 1024 millisecond delay on this one. Okay, now, if you've seen that super timeline video that I did a while back, this is similar to that. The only difference is it's got half the delay time, but it's got the program memory here, just like the super timeline. So that means for sure there's a battery in there, and most likely we're going to have to replace that battery. This is not working, so let's open it up and see what's going on. All right, here we are, and it looks like yeah, the battery has leaked, as you can see right there. A little bit, not too bad, but you can see right there it's gotten over there. Okay, somebody put rivets in here, and these screws are missing. Okay, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but we'll have to see. Yeah, it needs a good cleaning. Actually, now that I have looked a little closer, there's some corrosion pretty much everywhere. You can see right there. Okay, and looks like, look at all that. Okay, I don't know if that's corrosion or water damage. Yeah, I don't know. Look at that right there. That's got to be corrosion from the battery leakage. Let's see. Yeah, because up here it's not really too bad. Just around the battery, so it's got to be leakage from the battery. Yeah. So yeah, right there and all around here. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to take the board out of this one and clean it up. I'll remove the battery and then we'll remove the whole board and clean it up. All right, guys, as I was taking this apart, it dawned on me that I didn't even try it to see if it works. So let me turn the power on and let's see if we get anything. Okay, the power's on. The red light is on. Okay, let's see. Ah, the input light is on. That seems to be working. But I'm not getting any output. So it's definitely not working. So let me continue taking it apart. Okay, I got the board out, and it doesn't look like there's any issues underneath. Okay, here's where they put those rivets for the regulators. Okay, these right here. Now these two regulators should not be touching the board, so we'll have to put some cap down tape behind them. Other than that, I think it just needs to a good cleaning, and we should be ready to work on it. Okay, so let me remove the battery right now. Yep, that's gone. All right, guys, I usually just use some rubbing alcohol, isopropyl, and some brushes. And I just basically pour it on and use the brushes to brush it off, especially where the corrosion is. And that usually works. No problem. Now, you got to be very careful not to get it on the transformer. You may ruin the transformer if you do. Some of these older transformers used shellac for the insulation, so the alcohol will eat the shellac and you'll short out the transformer. Now, speaking of transformers, I noticed that this red wire has been disconnected from the board. I don't know if that just happened or if it was that way, No big deal. We'll fix it when we're done cleaning. But if it was that way, that would explain why it's not working, because one of the rails is not there. So we'll have a look at it after we clean it. We'll fix it. All right, so we just pour the alcohol on without getting it on the transformer and brush away. All right, guys, I think that's pretty good. And all we have to do now is just let it dry. The alcohol dries pretty quickly, but it could be a while because I put a lot of it on. So I like to leave it at least 24 hours to make sure it's completely dry. All right, guys, I was about to start putting this back together and solder in that red wire over there. And then I looked over here and there was a funny looking capacitor. And as soon as I touched it, it fell apart. Right there. Okay, C96. And I don't think C96 is a decoupling capacitor. I think it serves a different purpose. So I'm going to have to look it up on a schematic to see what the value is and put one in. All right, I put this capacitor back in there, and it was a 68 picofarad. And it's responsible for triggering this chip. It sets the timing to trigger this chip, okay? Now, I also put that red wire back in. I soldered it in. So I'm going to turn this on, and let's make sure we have all the voltages here, okay? So let's check right here, and let's see. We'll start here with the negative 12 volts, okay? Let's see if that's there. Okay, I got my leads backwards, but yes, it's there, okay? All right, and this one here should be 5. That's there, okay? This one here is also 5. Okay, let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, the reason is because there's some corrosion there, so my lead was not making contact, okay? But the 5 volts is there, though, okay? This one is 12 volts. There it is, okay? And this one is 12 volts. And there it is, okay? So, all the voltages are there. Let's plug something in and see if we get a signal. All right, I got my guitar plugged into my amp, and it's going in here, so I'm going to turn it on, and let's see if fixing that wire and changing that capacitor fixed anything. So I see the lights going on and off again, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Well, I'm getting some output. No, nothing. All right, nothing's happening, so there's something else wrong. At least I'm getting an output now, though. Okay, this is the output level right here. That seems to be working. Okay, so we have an output. The input level is working. See that? Okay, but all these other ones are not working, so let's do some signal tracing. All right, so before we go signal tracing, let's check these potentiometers here. We know this one's working and this one here are working, but let's check all the other ones. Delta Labs are known for having bad potentiometers, okay? So let's check those first to make sure they're working. And here's an old one that I got from another Delta Lab, and you can see what happens is this circuit board in here, okay, where the pins are connected to, it just cracks off. It just gets weak and crumbles over time. And you can't tell that it's broken until you try to remove the pot, and then it just falls apart on you. Okay, that's what happens with these Delta Labs. It's a common thing. So let's check these potentiometers, and even though we know this one's working, we'll test that one too, okay? All right, now these should all be 10K linear pots, okay? All right, we'll hook this up to one side here. Okay, right there. And we'll put this one on the wiper. Okay, that's 1.2. And 9K all the way down to 0. So this one's good. No problem there, okay? Let's check the next one. Okay. 2.7K. That doesn't sound right. 1.2K. 2 ohms. So this one's going from 2 ohms to 2.7K. Should go up to 10K. And then it goes back down. After I pass the center, it goes back down. That's interesting. Yeah, this doesn't seem right to me. I'm gonna have to remove this to check it. And by the way, this is a 4-pin pot, and I'll explain that in a minute. This is also a 4-pin pot. And let's see. Let's hope this one's not bad. No, yeah, that's bad. I can tell you right now. 300K. That's just not good. Three meg. Yeah, this is bad. Okay. That's not good. Let's check this one. 2 meg. This one's bad also. So far all these are bad. Alright, 1K. And this one is not doing anything. It's just sitting at 1K. Let me go across the ends here. Nope. This is dead. And here's another 4-pin pot right here. 3 meg. This one's no good either. Wow. These are all bad. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Now they're all 10K linear pots, but this one, and this one have 4 pins. And let me explain to you what that is. Alright, so here is a regular potentiometer in here. You got pin 1, pin 2 is the wiper, okay, to adjust the resistance, and then you got pin 3, okay. So I was measuring between pin 2 and pin 1, okay, and I was adjusting the pot. So we should have got somewhere between 0 and 10K, but you know, only the input level worked. The rest of them didn't work. Okay, and then I also measured across here. We should have got 10K, but we were getting in the mega ohms. Okay, so this one, and this one over here are 4-pin potentiometers. Okay, so they have an extra pin right here. Okay, that goes this way into the center of this resistor. So it's basically a center tap in here, okay? Now, those 4-pin potentiometers are impossible to replace. I have a Delta Lab sitting on the shelf. It's been there for 2 years. That needs one of these. I can't find it anywhere, okay?
we'll be very lucky if we can find replacements for these 4-pin potentiometers, okay? Because it's not just a center tap, all right? It has to be linear 10K. It has to have a D shaft, okay, that starts in that position and goes 300 degrees, okay? So they also have a center detent. So when you go right in the center, you feel it. It's like there's like a little click, so you know you're in the center, okay? They have that also. So you need 4-pin potentiometers, linear 10K with a center tap, a D shaft, and a center detent. All right. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to find those, and we're going to have to leave this video where it is. Maybe have a part 2 if I can, get a hold of 3 of these potentiometers. Okay. All right. Just to show you, here's what they look like. Okay. There's the regular 3-pin and the one with 4 pins. Okay. And there's another one, and there's another one at the end with 4 pins. Okay. All right. So everything needs to be replaced except this one and except the output one. That one works also. Okay. All right. So I decided to take this out just to measure out of circuit. Okay. Because you never know. And this is the 4-pin pot. That would be this one right here, the feedback. Okay. And let's see now. If we look at our diagram here, that's pin 4. That's pin 1. So from 3 to 1, I should have 10K. So because it's a 10K pot. So let me put that on 3. Let me go on 1. I got 9.2. Okay. So that's correct. So from 4 to 3, and then from 4 to 1, I should have 5K because that's a center tap. So let's go on 4 again. 4 to 3, 4.67K. That's correct. 4 to 1, 4.54K. That's good. All right. And then if I go to pin 1 right here, and then I put this on pin 2, so 1 to 2, I should be able to move this. Oops. Let me get that. All right. So if I go from pin 1 to pin 2, and I move the pot, see how that changes? I can go down from 0 all the way to 10K. Okay. So this potentiometer is good, and that's good news. So I'm going to have to take these 3 out and test them, but I know a couple of them are going to be bad because they were like 3 or 4 meg, so that's basically open. But hopefully it's not the 4-pin potentiometers, because I can get the 3-pin potentiometers. I just can't get the 4-pin. So, but the good news is this one's good. So I'm going to take these 4 out and test those also. All right, so I took out these 2 potentiometers here, and let's see, they're right here. Okay. I didn't take out the 3-pin potentiometers, just the 4-pin, because these are the ones I'm worried about. I could easily replace the 3-pin, but these are difficult. So let's test these before we do anything else, okay? Let's start with this one. So between pin 1 and 3, I should have 10K. So let's see what we got. Pin 1 and 3, 10.96. That's good, okay? Pin 4 and 3 and pin 4 and 1, I should have half of that. That's 5K. So pin 4 and 3, 5.6, that's good. And 4 and 1, 5.3, that's good. All right. So now I'm going to test the center, the wiper, okay? So that's pin 2 right there. And we'll go between 2 and 1. 2 and 1. Okay. Right there. Okay, 190. That's pretty good. 2K. That's good. Okay. I'm right in the center of it, and it's going crazy. You see that? Something's wrong with the center detent. And then now as I go up, it's going right. It's correct. And will it go to 10K? It's a little higher than 10K, but oh no, look at that. 6 meg. So if I go to 10K, it's good. It goes up to 12 actually. If I go a little bit down, 6 meg. So something is wrong with the tracking here. And then if you go to exactly to the center, look at that. And then if I go down, then it acts normally. Oh no, when you go to 0, look. That should be 0. Yeah. So this is messed up. And that's too bad. Okay. Because these are hard to get. All right, let's check this one. Pin 4 to, let's see, 4 to 3 and 4 to 1 should be 5K. So 4 to 3, that's good. And 4 to 1, that's good. Okay. 3 to 1 should be the full 10K. So 3 to 1, 11.4, that's good. All right, so now let's check the wiper. Let's go from 2 to 1 again. Okay. There's pin 1, pin 2. And yeah, this is messed up. Look at that. 20 meg. And the wiper does nothing. Damn. All right. Yeah, this wiper's dead on this one. All right, so we got 2 bad 4-pin potentiometers, okay? And we can't continue this video until I get these. There might be other things wrong also, but we're kind of stuck because, like I said, I have a Delta Lab sitting on the shelf for 2 years because I cannot find any of these anywhere. So I'm going to have to put this video on hold, and if I can find these, I'll make a part 2. If not, then this will be it. Thanks for watching.